How you guys doing? I'm Joe Russo, NPC Classic Physique competitor. I'm 5'10", and I'm doing the 200-pound class.
Okay. And what show are you prepping for right now, bud?
I am getting ready for the NPC Michigan State Championship.
Okay. And when's the last time you competed, bud?
It's been a while. I've been on a hiatus for about 10 years now. So I did my last show when I was a teenager at 19. So I was doing bodybuilding from 17 to 19. Took about 10 years or so off. Was playing football at the time, and now I'm back into it, ready to get back on stage after all these years, and ready to see what I got and what we can do.
Okay, good deal, man. Go ahead and tell us what you trained today, the different movements, and what you like about each movement.
We did arms today. We did some bis and tris. I usually always tie in my bis and tris together. I like the pump with it. I like the blood flow that you get out of it. All in all, it makes you stronger, I feel like, and it blows up the arms the way they should be. And so, I do a lot of supersetting with my workouts. Right now I'm getting, 2 weeks out, so I'm not really going too heavy, too crazy. A lot of reps and movements and just concentrating on everything. And that's where we're at, just trying to get the blood flow, the movement right, and just contracting and getting the pump.
Okay, good deal. And what movement did you start with, bud?
We started out with some close grip bench. I did some close grip, and then I did some alternate curls as well, just to tie it in, to get the blood going. And I feel like it's a great movement to start off with for your arms. I like to do my first 2 workouts with both my bis and tris as a heavy movement, and then I work my way through my workouts as a bunch of machines and supersetting and fast-paced movements. So I get the real good mass hitting and the building up in my beginning, and then I work my way to concentrate on the burning and the blood flow with it.
Okay. Okay, and tell us where you moved on after that one, bud?
And then, so when we were done with that, we also went to the skull crushers, and I like doing them on the bench as well as we did. I figured it's just more of a mass movement for my tris, and I superset that as well with hammer curls. And so I like doing those alternate hammer curls. I feel like it gets the blood flow going a little bit better with the skull crushers, tying it in together. It makes that bicep, that head of the bicep stretch a little bit longer instead of the alternate where it squeezes it. And, it just ties in. So I usually hit both of those out and knock those. Those are my 2 heavy movements and my 2 heavy workouts. And then I start going on to the machines and stuff like that.
Okay. What did you move on to next?
After that, we went to the preacher curls, and we did a reverse preacher curl, one arm. I love doing these. I feel like it works on the bicep alone. There's not much movement, not much room to cheat. It's just all concentrating on your flow of your bicep and just putting your mind and your muscle together, which is a great thing to have, especially when you're doing these arms. After that, we went to, we actually supersetted those. We supersetted with the one arm concentration curls. I got it from, back in Pump and Iron days with Arnold and Phil Heath. I've been watching some of Phil Heath's arm workouts, and he loves doing those too, the one arm concentration curls. I like to let my arm hang on my side and just let my whole bicep do the motion and the movement and really concentrate on that peak. And I feel like doing that kind of workout right there has really gotten my peak in my arms to where it should be from just that workout.
Yeah, because a lot of guys will have big arms, but sometimes that doesn't necessarily mean you have a big peak on your arm.
Exactly, and it's hard to squeeze that top peak out of there, and I feel like that movement really does the job well. So if any of you people have problems out there trying to get the top peak of your bicep or trying to get that full roundness, it's a great workout to do. And try squeezing it as well when you're going up there. Concentrate on the squeeze and hold it there and see how that works for you.
Okay, and then what are you going to, buddy?
And after that, we went to the machine sides. Yeah, we started with the triceps pull downs with the rope. I like doing this movement because it gives you a flexibility to to really get your triceps going, to open your arms up and stuff and really hit the outer triceps and doing the movements. I like to spread the cable or spread the rope early instead of how people like to bring it down to their side and then open up. I like to open up right away so it's automatically concentrating on that tricep and hitting that muscle part. And we do those, knock that out, and then I did some supersetting with that with the one arm tricep pull downs. I like that. It just kind of reminds me of like the one arm concentration for your bicep, but reverse style for your tricep. It just focus only on that arm and the backside of your tri. So it just puts your brain and your muscle together and it concentrates, and it's a great workout to really focus at and get that squeeze and that development right by your elbow and your peak for your triceps to pop out.
Yeah. And that was concentrations next, or what?
And after that, we went to the double bicep machine. We did the one arm curls. One arm curls on the machine. I really like doing these workouts towards the end of my arm day. It just gives me that great stretch of bringing it back and forth. It makes that bicep head really long on your arm, and just focusing on like you on being on stage, hitting that double bicep pose. So when you come through and squeeze and flex that arm, it helps you with that peak and gets you that top peak performance that you're looking for.
Yeah, I've seen people do that, both arms at the same time, but I've never seen it one at.
Yeah,
So
I figure one, it's more concentrating and it keeps you more focused on that arm and your muscle and the mindset. And getting that squeeze, I feel it's a lot better. When you play with two arms, there's a lot involved with it. You got your back that you can focus with and a lot of movement and stuff. But I figure, one arm keeps you stabilized and keeps you focused more better and tension on your arm.
Yeah. Now, one thing I noticed about with your workouts, as opposed to most people I've seen, like a lot of people go through and they'll do all the bicep movements, and then they'll finish up and go with biceps. They'll go through and do all the triceps. So you do them kind of at the same time, actually.
Exactly. I like to, like I said, in the beginning of my workouts, especially for arms, I like to put in my two mass workouts, which, is the skull crushers and close grip. But I also did the alternate curls and the hammer curls with it. So those are my, movements for my two strong points for my bis and my two strong points for my triceps when those. And after that, then I start playing with, the blood flow and the pump and the exercises and stuff. But yes, I tie in both of them together, and I don't ever do, all my biceps first and then triceps. I like to mix them in together always, back and forth. So for one, it keeps me going. Two, it keeps the blood going. Three, the pump is extreme, and it's hard to do as well, especially if you're not used to it, to keep your strength going and keep your movements and stuff as well. So it's a challenge. It's always worked for me. It's gotten my arms to where they're at. It's conditioned them as well. Some people like, different styles and different ways.
Seems like it'd be more efficient your way, though, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, you got to just test out the waters and see what works for you, and then see, what you like, There's no wrong or right way, and it's just about experimenting with it.
Well, good deal, bud. So it's been like 10 years since you competed. It's been a while. What were your focus areas while you were off, but like while you were away from the sport?
I was focusing on mainly, just overall size and stuff. My metabolism's real fast. It's hard for me to keep size and weight on. So, I got to earn it each and every day, whether it's eating, training, whatever the focus is at. It's my body it's always a work to be in progress with. So it's something that I've always just, strived to do and continue on working with, is just getting my overall size and mass. I've always been blessed with decent sized arms and stuff. So for me, it's not having my arms take control of my whole body. It's to equal it out as well. So I worked a lot on my outer chest and especially my shoulders too, to match up with my arms instead of my arms controlling my whole side of my body and stuff.
Yeah. What about how's diet been going into this show, but as opposed to your shows in the past and stuff?
It's a big change. From being, 10 years out of this sport, it's a big change. I remember back in the day, it was all about white rice and stuff and eating it with your meals. And now it's like, you got to stick with the brown, and white's bad. And so everything, there's all kinds of little things that change with the game and it's, the technology nowadays and different things that people, venture out to find that works for them. So, and I'm just learning it all. My coach, Scott McNally, he's been really good with me. He's been, prepping my meals and telling me what to do and stuff, and it's been working well. And it's a fight and a struggle, to get ready for a competition. But just like with everybody else, you got to toughen up and do it. And the experience is fun, and it's definitely a challenge at the same time with it all.
So let's talk a little bit about the Classic Physique is kind of what brought you back out into a little bit, bud. You saw that?
I've always loved the old school bodybuilding way. I've always been interested in it. Don't get me wrong. I like the Phil Heath and Kai and all those guys nowadays and how they look, the monster look. But I've always been a big fan on the physique aspect of it, the artistry, the molding of the body. And that's what my biggest goal and thing was when I got into this sport, was to develop my body to be equal all around and not just portion in certain sides. So, and I figured when I heard this Classic Physique coming out, it gave me something to strive for. My body is more made for a Classic Physique look instead of a extreme heavy kind of, bodybuilder style of putting on 280 pounds or so. My frame is more better and more style for the Classic Physique. So when I heard that this Classic Physique was coming out, it opened my eyes up to get my heart going and start getting at it again and step on stage and see what happens. And it was just a perfect opportunity, for me to strive for, because it's a great great opportunity for a Classic Physique to come out this year, and it fits my structure of my body well instead of the bodybuilding.
How did you get into the industry, bud, originally? Like, what kind of drew you to the fitness industry? What did you like about it?
I've always, of course, growing up as a kid, man, we all play sports, and, we all want to get better and better ourselves. And we're always introduced to lifting weights and working out with our buddies and school and all that stuff. So that kind of how it got me drawn into it. I was always a little guy. I was always getting, tossed around and pushed around in football and stuff, being a lightweight. So I was like, hey, this is not fun no more, getting knocked around and everything. I might have been fast, but when I got caught and got hit, it didn't feel too well. So I decided to, really pick up the sport and learning how to put on weight and put on size and to benefit myself and to better myself for the sport that I was playing. And from then on, I just fell in love with it, how it developed your whole body, how it structured your whole system. Your body is your car, your engine, and it's just great to see that, it's you're the one that makes it run, and you're the one that makes it go, and however you want to form it, you can do so.
Very cool, man. Is there anyone you'd like to thank, bud, going into your prep now?
Yeah, I want to thank everybody out there that's just been supporting me, that's been coming up to me, the people from the gym at Powerhouse and Novi. Everybody's been great out there supporting and coming up to me. My coach, Scott McNally, thanks again for being there with me all the way through my preps and helping me out throughout the way. My mom making my preps and stuff and helping me through there. Without her cooking, it'd be a hard thing to do as well. So just everybody around me and all the, kind, generous people has been coming up and just giving me the feel and the power to continue on, to stay strong, the support system that I need. As we all know, we start getting tired and worn out and start falling off. So, with a couple weeks left, without those people coming in the back of my head and letting me know, stay in there and hang in there strong, and we're with you, it's been the feel that I need to continue on.
Yeah. Well, good deal, man. Personally, I haven't worked with too many Classic Physique guys yet because it's so new, but I think you look pretty crazy from even the shows I've seen and everything. And I've worked with a lot of pros, physique, and pro bodybuilders. And so I'm really excited, man. It'll be nice to have some more pros from Michigan if everything goes well. I think you're going to make a splash, so, man, I'm excited for you.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Good luck at the shows, man, and hopefully we'll be shooting here in a few weeks. And good luck, man. I hope you kill it.
Definitely, and thanks for your time, and thank you, everybody, for paying attention and watching.